joined with One Cool Man XOF for commentary. Say hello, One Cool Man.
Hello, everybody. As he said, One Cool Man XOF here, and I'm glad to be commentating for you guys. And thanks for having me, Joe.
Hey, absolutely. And, I'm just thankful to be here as well as everyone that's tuning in addition to ESA hosting this event and putting up with, the day-to-day run-to-run setups. It's definitely a amazing thing they do. So, the timer will start as soon as I hit yes. And to basically summarize, I'm going to speed run every single mission, which is all 6 missions of Ground Zeroes, with reflex turned off, along with not being allowed to kill anyone, and I can't get spotted. However, if the situation should arise, I can use a checkpoint or restart a mission depending on what it is, but I hope I don't have to reset anything. But it is Ground Zeroes after all, so you don't know what's going to happen. So, timer's going to start as soon as I hit OK, so in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Alrighty.
You ready?
Oh man, I am ready. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm just watching.
All right, so a little bit about my background. I speedrun probably like 8 or so of these Metal Gear games. I've been doing this one recently, and the stealth no-kill category was really appealing since it's very similar to going for like something like Big Boss or Foxhound and other games. So what I'm gonna do here is take a safe approach past this spotlight. There is a faster way, which involves like an immediate sprint and then doing a very precise pathing in between the spotlight's blind spot and a guard, but for marathon safety, I'm not even going to do that. So now you notice that I'm calling Morpho immediately in the middle of the base, and what that's going to do is it's going to give him a head start. And I guess, Cool Man, can you explain why that particular landing zone over all the others is the best one to call Morpho to?
That's just the fastest one that he comes to. And I think the reason for that is just that it's a real high-level alert area. So, like, I'm not sure why it is, but it's just that way. He just comes there faster. So in order to, have him down there ready for you here soon after you get Chico, so calling him there would be faster than, just calling them to the actual LZ where you're going to have them at.
Yeah.
So you'll see Joe. He'll redirect Morpho down there to the actual LZ. So just calling that first LZ is just to get him there fast.
All right. So now what I'm gonna do is a glitch that's called the weightless glitch, which it's as easy as having Chico on your back, reloading your gun as you're opening the door, and then sprinting. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna make you run at full speed, which is not normally a thing you're supposed to do with someone on your back, but it's a bug that's uniquely to Ground Zeroes. Let's see. Oh yeah, I want to turn this off because I don't want to be distracted, but...
And also with this glitch is when he puts him on the chopper, it skips the animation. For whatever reason, I think it's just tricking the game. I don't know the technicalities of why it does what it's doing, but that is a thing. And it beats, taking 3 seconds or 4 to put Chico on the chopper.
Yeah, because normally, whether if you hit triangle or circle to put anyone on the helicopter, you get the animation of Snake putting them in and then getting out. But being in that weightless glitch bypasses that for whatever reason. It's very interesting. It saves you, like he said, that few seconds, which they do add up. Alright, so I'm going to steal this guy's truck and then not totally kill this guy, because after all, the truck did it. Yeah, rip that guy. But, the way the game sees it, I'm not responsible, even though I was behind the wheel.
Yeah, there's a thing in this game considered, I don't know if it was coined this or it was in the script or somebody seen it in the script, dug in the game data, but there is a thing called environmental kills. And for whatever reason, even though you're the one that's driving the truck, or you're the one shooting the explosive barrel, or you're the one throwing the body off the top of a roof, when they die, for some reason it doesn't count as a kill. Same thing with TPP. And you'll see that in a future mission, the next mission actually. And we'll talk about it when we get there.
Oh, this is going to be fun right here. So what I'm going to do is let him notice him, so I'm going to stick him up. And sticking guards up in this game is really effective. You know, because, like, essentially when you stick them up, they just stay there. They don't try to react to you when you leave them, like in other games where guards would notice that if you're not paying attention to them or lower your gun, they try to, you know, raise theirs up against you and then get detected. So, I got paused now, and now what I'm going to do is do the exact same thing to this guy who's just kind of chilling here, and now they're both sticking their hands up. I know, pretty cool, huh? But yeah, they'll just stay there.
Yeah, and what he did with the grenade. Oh, I'm sorry, never mind. You didn't use the grenade trick, did you?
I did not. Let's see, wait a minute. Okay, I messed up my weightless glitch, but this is fine. I'm just gonna play it safe here. Yeah, because you can actually weightless glitch off of that door, and practically any door. You know, like, it's not just limited to the fence that I escaped with Chico earlier. It's just a mechanic that works with practically anything that has a door, and that APC just totally vanished. Okay, I could definitely say I've never seen that happen to me. Hashtag never happened before. Cool, man, have you ever seen that happen? Because I haven't. I mean, that's cool, though.
Yeah, I mean, I've played it quite a lot. I'm not sure what that is. I've never seen that before.
It's like it took so much damage, it basically made it phase out from existence, is how I'm gonna look at it. Alright, let me see if I can...
I mean, if you ask some other fanboys, they'd probably tell you that it's all in his head. Remember, this was all VR simulator. For Gray Fox. And then in TPP, you play as Gray Fox, right? Ain't that how it goes?
Well, there is the player skin that you can have for, you know, Gray Fox skin, like the MGS1 retro skin.
Yeah, you gotta love them MGS theories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's pretty much the main mission. It's just... Now, there's two different ways, which something I didn't mention in the beginning is you can either route it to pause first, followed by Chico, and you can... And in this case, I did it to Chico to pause. I think it's easier to do. However, there's definitely ways to make it faster, going to pause first, although there's risks that go with either one. But
yeah, that's not marathon safe.
Yeah, it's not. But yeah, so if there was any donations that you have, this would be a good time since I'm just skipping through loading screen after loading screen and such.
Absolutely, thank you very much. We have an anonymous $25 donation with no comment who put it towards Kill the Animals in Super Metroid Descent 100%. Thank you very much for generous. And with that, I'd like to remind everybody that we are raising money this week as a week-long online marathon. I messed up my words there, I apologize. That features speedrunners and score attackers from all around the world. We invite everybody showcasing their best for you. By donating to ESA Together, you'll be supporting the future of ESA, and all donations will go directly towards supporting the running of future events for you to enjoy. Thank you all very much for your generous donations.
Yeah, and then, you know, Anonymous, thank you for that 25, and then to anyone else watching, if you want to donate, please do. You know, definitely kill those animals in Super Metroid, because after all, it's a common meme in the Metal Gear community where, you know, Snake gets told by Liquid, it's like, you enjoy all the killing. It's like, you know what? I do. So kill the animals. Alright, so now we're done with the main mission, and now we're going to start what's referred to like as the side ops, if you would. They're all side missions that don't really relate to the main story, but they're there for, you know, for like extra missions. You can get prisoners and, you know, cassette tapes and other content. So our objective here is to eliminate the renegade threat, which are known as Glots and Pallets. And we're gonna kill them, but not really kill them. And I know what you're thinking. It's like, well, wait a minute, JoJo. It's stealth no kills. You can't kill anybody. So what do you mean? Well, Ground Zeroes has a unique thing with wounding guards and using checkpoints. And when that actually happens, I would like to have Coolman kind of explain the, I guess, like, principles behind it, as well as the, you know, advantages to using, you know, this checkpoint trick versus, like, picking them up individually, like, traditionally. All right, so.
Yeah, so technically if you was to do this without wounding them, it would take like literally 5 to 6 more minutes than what he's doing right now. But basically what he's going to do is he wounds the guys. He doesn't kill them. He wounds them to the point to where they lay on the ground and they don't get back up. And what that does, for some reason in the game, I guess that's them bleeding out. So eventually they will die even if you don't checkpoint. So what happens is when he checkpoints, it kills them immediately, and for whatever reason the game does not think, you know, he took the shots. But what's funny is even if you let them bleed out without the checkpoint, it still doesn't count as you killing them. I guess technically it's almost goes back to the environmental kill where I don't know, the game just says you didn't kill them even though you shot them. I mean, guess technically what killed them was they bled out. Someone didn't help them in time, so...
I mean, they could have been medevaced out. We don't know that.
Yeah, and in order to... And the draw-in distance for this game, since it was in early development, even on PC, the draw-in's not that great. So what he does is use the binoculars. You've seen him use the binoculars to zoom in towards the direction where they're at, and that, you know, tells the game, okay, the guy's not there, so it, you know, that way you can leave.
Yeah, because, you know, it's very interesting because, like, when I first started routing this category, I actually did make the effort to go and get those two separately, chopper them both out, and then, you know, Cool Man shows me this neat trick that involves shooting them in the arm and then checkpointing out, and then it's like, oh my god, they're gone! It's like, how could that be? I like to think that they were medevaced out. I mean, I don't know, they could have bled out, but, you know, but yeah, it's really the fastest way to achieve both objectives of not getting detected, which is made possible through the smoke, and then just checkpointing that, which just basically takes them off the map. So now, we're coming up to the first and only auto-scroller of the game, which is basically running around in the chopper for like 7 minutes, give or take, while we shoot some guards out. Not really a whole lot to explain here, with the only emphasis is that you want to take out all the guards that you can as soon as you see them. And I guess, Cool Man, like, what's the benefit for that over just, like, you know, traditionally playing?
So yeah, like, if you take them out, the quicker you take them out, it's probably hard to notice your first time playing, but the quicker you take them out, if, you know, it'll have a set amount of enemies for every, like, phase of this helicopter auto-scroll. And once you take them out, the Morpho will fly just a bit faster. And that's really the only way to speed this up, is to just take the enemies out as quick as possible. Although the whole stage is not an auto-scroller, there will come to a point to where, you know, it's up to Joe to actually, you know...
Oh yeah, that guy's not dead, by the way. But that's something I really did not know until I actually started trying to push this mission when, you know, Coleman, like he just mentioned, that the flight speed of Morpho is tied to the, you know, enemies that are in front of you. You know, so i.e. the more that you take out quickly, the faster, marginally over time, that Morpho will speed up, rather than trying to slow down, giving you as the player time to actually shoot them. And as I'm saying that, I'm potatoing. So now I'm gonna try to go for this quick shot, which I did. You can actually shoot that guard between that tree and this electric pole there. Again, just trying to be efficient as possible. And then again, you're gonna see these barrels used throughout this mission entirely. You did see me use it before in the main mission, where again, it's part of that environmental kill advantage. You know, because as long as the bullet strikes the barrel and the barrel kills the guard, you're not responsible for it, even though technically you are, but we'll just say that we didn't, all right? I mean, the barrel could have just blown up by itself for all we know. So now we got to our intel operative, which we got to escort out of the base. And so again, we're just going to make use of these barrels, and then just shoot these guards as they appear. And the other important thing about this, especially in the very beginning, is that not only do you want to eliminate all the guards as quickly as possible, but you don't want any, like, left over, like, as you're progressing. And the reason for that is because if you have any guards left over, what will happen is they will show up later as backup reinforcements, so you're unable to actually leave the base until you deal with them. And it's just an optimization where if you did it, that's great, but if you happen to miss a few, which ideally you don't, but you end up losing like maybe like 15 to 20 seconds depending on how quickly you deal with them. But it kind of goes back to that emphasis of, yeah, taking them all out as quickly as possible as soon as you see them. Try not to leave any behind, particularly in the beginning. Let's see, so now we're gonna get this guy here, and I'm gonna try to go for this quick shot on this Jeep coming up. Man, so many barrels. Okay, I missed it. Alright, there we go, I got him.
Yeah, so if he
go ahead.
misses any shots on anyone that's driving the Jeeps, it's pretty funny if you actually see it. Like, the Jeep will just hit the back bumper, and for whatever reason, the driver just dies. I won't say who the driver is. That's a spoiler.
Yeah, it's a secret. Oh yeah, look at this guy. Yeah, speaking about bumping into stuff. But yeah, he's scripted to do that if you happen to shoot him early or not. You know, where he'll try to, like, collide with the car, but then end up missing and hitting the barrel, blowing himself up. It's kind of like a 2-for-1 deal. Now, you really want to try to get these guards here, because it will speed this encounter up. Okay, and I did. Alright, so that's really hard to get, by the way. I can on and off get it, but most times I don't. So again, use the barrels. Now this area here is scripted, so they come in at the same spots at the same time. You just gotta anticipate, you know, where you are with where they're at. And now we're gonna use our M4 again, or our rifle. Shoot these barrels here, and then one behind this forklift. Yeah, it's really tricky. Let's see, take these two out. Follow by with him. Alright, so now you can quick aim down here to this guard that just magically shows up out of thin air. You don't have to, but I find it easier to take him out early. Because now we're approaching the phase of the mission where we actually have to leave the chopper to go rescue our secret operative. Alright, so I did miss him. Alright, so not a big deal. So now we're going to do this quick kill setup with this tank, which we're going to trade our sniper rifle for this rocket launcher so conveniently placed here. And so now this tank is scripted to come in as soon as you approach the intel operative to go pick up the rocket launcher. So the APC always pulls up here, so knowing that you could just throw all your grenades as it pulls forward, and then at the very end you just shoot a rocket in the back, and just like that, it's gonzo.
Yeah, the tank actually has some iframes that iframe cooldown with each damage that it takes, and you can actually take if you time it right, you can actually throw 2 grenades, and so you'll have a grenade blow up, shoot a rocket, and then another grenade blow up, and it'll actually take it out fairly quickly. But it's a pretty tough thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, and especially where it's one of those things where, again, you gotta be, in particular with that quick kill, you gotta be very aware of not only just the iframes, but where the guards are nearby. Because if there is an opportunity to accidentally kill somebody, that's where it would happen, is with your grenades, because you gotta be aware of where you're throwing them in relation to where the guards are, because it will kill them.
Yeah, absolutely.
See if I can try to get this guy. Oh, I did get him. And
so
again, he's not dead.
And another thing in this game is, like, there's a massive bullet drop, even more so than the actual, you know, the Phantom Pain. For whatever reason, I don't know, it's just, the shots are, I feel like, really realistic compared to the Phantom Pain. But, so seeing him taking shots, like, way in front of the chopper, that's the reason why. It's not as easy as just aiming directly on the person and pulling the trigger.
Oh yeah, and he's also not dead. And now you might be thinking, well, why are you blowing up the chopper? Are you not supposed to kill anyone? Well, for whatever reason, it doesn't count this chopper as a kill, so why not?
You didn't kill him, the rocket killed him.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't me, right?
Or wait.
Don't worry, I have it on the highest authority that I did not kill those chopper pilots. Now, cool man, there's something about this Zental operative that strikes a chord with me. Like he looks really familiar.
Let's see. Who is it? Who does he look like to you?
I don't know, it's like some kind of guy that... Oh, dear God. It can't be. The voice of God himself.
Yoji Shinkawa! Kojima's right-hand man, Yoji Shinkawa!
We saved Kojima! Let's go. Alright, so again, if you have any other donations, this is a great time.
Absolutely, fantastic. Thank you very much. We truly appreciate all the support you're giving us with donations, subscriptions, and cheers, but if you can't support us directly, make sure to tell all your friends about us. ESA puts on 2 massive speedrunning events per year, and we want everyone to be able to experience how amazing they are. And our sponsor for this event, HyperX, has put up a little bit of a challenge. They have said that for every sub up to 800 sub points, they will match with a $2.50 donation. And we're currently at 487 out of 800. Can we hit by the end of the night? I bet we could.
I bet you we could. And also, if you got Twitch Prime, you can happen to, you know, check to see if you got it, see if you got a free sub, and, you know, maybe toss it to the channel that you're watching. Alright, so now this is the intel tape mission. Or rather, it's called, you know, meeting up with the intel agent, but we're not going to really do that. We're just going to get a fake tape. So now what I'm doing here is I'm zooming this camera in on this tower, and I did not despawn him, so I'm just going to shoot him as a backup. But I guess, could you explain what zooming the camera in on the guard on that tower does?
Yeah, this game's weird. If you like just face the camera towards the enemies, so the way the game works is if you're not facing the enemy, they'll act unnatural compared to what they do when you actually see them on the screen. So, and for whatever reason, just, you know, looking right there, either he'll just stay in position or he just won't spawn in. So it's another one of them draw-in things with the game.
Alright, so now that I took those two out, you notice I threw a flare over that fence line, which is gonna call Morpho into the middle of the base like I have been doing throughout the game. Because again, it's the fastest landing zone you can call it to. And now I just picked up these smoke grenades, which is gonna be used for 2 different reasons. One, it's gonna obscure this camera that's covering this intel tape that's conveniently located in this tower. Because again, traditionally, you would go find the agent and get the tape from them, or you could just be fast and get this tape. The mission does not care which one you get, it just cares that you get one over the other. And also I'm going to throw another one, which is going to pull Morpho closer to this landing zone that I'm at, because I'm not going to use Morpho to escape, but rather it's going to be a decoy for me to get the guard's attention off of me. And at the same time, I'm throwing a smoke in this Jeep, which is going to do a very obscured, like, visual glitch, where guards will not be able to see me from afar unless if I'm up close. Alright, so it looks like I'm all clear. This is usually the scariest part of this mission, is actually trying to... Okay, so I kind of jinxed myself because that guy did see me as I was getting out. So I'm actually gonna do that one... Or actually, I probably could have used a checkpoint, but yeah, that's alright. I'd rather start that over, honestly. But yeah, I could have checkpointed it and it would have put me closer to the exit. Yeah, so definitely not a good way to start this mission.
Yeah, and if he would have checkpointed right there, he wouldn't have had the Jeep at all.
Yeah.
And not only that, but Morpho would not have been there. Also, since you're redoing this, I can actually explain some more about this game. The one grenade that he's throwing is actually a flare grenade, and how the way that works is, like, whatever the closest LZ is to where that grenade lands is where Morpho's gonna go. So it's really nice to and convenient and faster to actually use a flare grenade than to go into your iDroid and call the helicopter for itself. But in some situations, like you've seen in the first mission, where you could probably toss a grenade all the way over there, to the LZ that you want them at, but at the same time, you're probably going to alert quite a few guards and whatnot. So it goes back to just picking your poison. When to do it, where to do it, stuff like that.
Yeah, because there's definitely an earlier point to throw that smoke to call in Morpho, which is optimal. However, the risk behind it is that you gotta basically commit, meaning that once you start, you gotta make sure that you knock out guards quickly and get to the tape just in enough time to where, as you call it, closer, that you're gonna try to push for the exit, because if you are behind, it's gonna basically make the base go into an alert status, meaning that they are alerted to something, whether it be Morpho coming in, a gunshot that goes off, or whatever the case is. So now I'm gonna... Okay, wow, that was an interesting smoke toss, so I'm gonna do that again. Gotta love this game sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes when you throw the smoke in there, it can just act really funky. And sometimes even when you throw it in there, it'll disappear.
Alright, I'm gonna go around. That guy was not being nice. Yeah, the guards are really the biggest enemy. Their behavior and all that. But, yep, that's the mission. Along with a dramatic rollout sequence, because why not?
Did you notice the name of the mission?
Classified intel.
Acquisition?
That's right.
Abbreviation CIA. You go in there to look for a CIA operative.
Ah.
Or undercover CIA agent.
Man, now that's some 200 IQ stuff right there.
That's things that people flip their lid over, saying Kojima is the best man ever. Best game creator ever, just because he put CIA.
Just like in the other title headers where it's tactical espionage action or just T. It's like, who wants a little bit of Metal Gear T today? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No. You go ahead.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So if there was donations, you can go ahead and read them. There's not much to explain here.
Absolutely, thank you very much. We have a $5 donation from King of the Bees, who says, "Love watching you run GZ and hopes you take over the board someday. Have fun and good luck. Wish I could give more." I'd like to remind everybody as well that coming up next after this amazing MGS5 run is going to be Steel Battalion by Plywood, and we have a bid war going on for the voice language between English and Japanese, which only has $10 between it. Let's get those donations in.
See, I'm not actually sure where that guard went. I don't think I killed him.
I can definitely say that this is, along with the Round Zeroes mission, like this one right here is, wow, probably the worst mission for killing your runs.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Basically in this mission, he's just blowing up all the anti-aircraft guns, and when he does that, the second phase of this mission happens where it brings out a artillery tank, and he has to take that out as well. And once he does that, then he's able to actually leave the mission area. And it goes back to him calling the LZ, or calling Morpho to the center LZ, which is the fastest approach point for him, and then redirecting him back to the actual LZ that you want to leave from. And the reason he's, there's actually another strat for this, but he's doing this one because it's, again, marathon safe. Trust me, you guys don't want to see 100 resets over just RNG.
Oh yeah, because it'll happen. This mission is that mean.
Yeah, this game is very heavy RNG based. For the most part, enemies stay where they're supposed to stay, but as for if they're going to be turned around, or if they're going to be looking at you, or if they decide to sneeze, scratch the itch on their butt, whatever they do, there's no telling when they're going to do it.
Yeah, because another part of it is, like, you have to be very adaptive. Because the game will demand it of you. Oh, so that wasn't a kill, so that's good. I was actually worried for a second that, because, like, the guard to the left wasn't there. I think he despawned, actually. I didn't see him. But yeah, so it's a very nice and quick and easy mission if it wants to be. There is higher risk routing that does make it go by faster. I average around 2 minutes. I think Coolman, you've gotten it to around like 140 and under, based on the high risk routing.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna give Snake, aka Big Boss, a break. You know, he's been running all these missions so far, so we're gonna kind of let some other operatives take over, starting with our first special guest, which really should need no introduction, but I'll try to hype it up as best as I can. You know, this guy also kind of looks a little bit familiar. It's almost like I've seen this like character model somewhere.
I think I seen him in Super Mario World one time. Is that the game?
Nope. The good old classic MGS1.
I was way off.
Man, isn't this the best menu theme you've ever heard in your life?
It's pretty iconic for nostalgic reasons.
Man, you did keep us waiting. Where were you? All right. So this is the mission Deja Vu. It's basically a MGS1, you know, nostalgia trip. You're meant to recreate scenes that are based on the original Metal Gear Solid 1. It's a game that is heavily fan favorited. I mean, myself included. I love the music. So you're meant to recreate a total of 6. However, for minimum, you only need to do 1, which is perfect for speedrunning. So we're opting to do the recreation of the aka chaff grenade, which is really a smoke grenade, but it's meant to recreate the chaff in the middle of the helipad in Shadow Moses. So now that we did our quick and easy scene, we're just gonna exit the stage. And before we do that, we're gonna throw this smoke that we just acquired to make this guard react and dive to the right. All right, see you later, buddy. You know, doesn't even know who went by him, and go by this conveniently placed ventilation duct, which is also reminiscent of MGS1.
So with the grenade thing, what's pretty funny about it is like you can actually just run right in front of their face. I guess the guards are just so like not good at multitasking. So like once they hear a grenade, they're all focused on, you know, getting out of dodge.
I mean, wouldn't you freak out if you saw a smoke grenade coming out of nowhere? Because I would.
I suppose.
You know that. See,
But
no,
I
that.
mean,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no. I was just saying, this is dude. You got like a 260-pound, nothing but muscle man running through with like pleather suit and throws a smoke grenade, and you just see that big guy, and you just ignore him. I'd probably run away too.
Yep,
Even
same
if I
here.
didn't see him, I'd act like I didn't see him.
All right, so now we're on the final mission, which is now taking our other operative, Raiden, for whatever reason is part of this game, which is a Metal Gear Rising Revengeance reference. So now, there's not really a whole lot going on here up until the end, so again, if there's any more donations or I guess things you need to pitch out, this would be a good time.
Kept you waiting for a merchandise plug, huh? Did you ever look at the awesome ESA 2016 shirt and think to yourself, dang, that's a really good design. Wish I could have one of my own. Well, now you can. Head on over to the amazing URL www.speedrunstore.com or click on the panel below the stream with 3 of our wonderful volunteers and Edenal who are modelling the shirts, and you can browse through our various merchandise that is available.
Alright, so the objective with this mission is you're meant to eliminate the Snatchers, which are basically these, I don't know, cyborg alien things that took over the Marines' bodies, and, you know, we're meant to eliminate them. However, they're mixed in with real guards, which, again, for the stealth no-kill, you're just meant to tranquilize them, with the exception of one that I used a barrel, because, again, the barrel, when it kills a guard, does not count against you. So now we're going to come up to this last pair, which is by this Jeep, which is scripted to show up at this exit. So I'm going to try to get this guy right there.
So have you ever played Snatcher?
Actually, I have not. you know, crazy enough because that's what part of this mission is referencing.
Man, when I seen this, I wanted a Snatcher remake. It would have been awesome, but...
Alright, so now we're coming up to what I call, like, the phase 2 of this mission. After you eliminate all the Snatchers, Morpho gets called in. And now what we're doing is we're prepping for all the Snatcher guards that are going to come in, basically in waves. And so part of what I'm doing is prepping for the most optimal, routing of it. So first we're going to be propped up on this tower for a better vantage point. We're going to eliminate this guard first, because again, he's scripted to be there. And then as soon as this door opens, greet him with a rocket launcher. And then as soon as that door to the right opens, blow up the C4 that I planted earlier, because it kills them instantly. Next, you get these 2 guards that are scripted to show up there, because again, the rocket launcher is essential for this. Now you got this helicopter, which I'm going to fire 2 rounds. And then you notice that as I'm reloading, I'm swapping to, like, another slot as I'm doing it. And I guess, Cool Man, could you explain, like, what that does? And I guess why it works?
It's just skipping it, like, probably about 0.5 seconds of the reload animation. That's about it. Like, and also, if you don't do this, like, you can actually take the helicopter out right there, but you wouldn't benefit from anything because you would actually get late from shooting the guards coming out of the door. But the point is that it actually does speed up the reload process, and that's pretty much it.
Yep, and that's the mission.
GG. Easy, right?
Oh god, I wish I could say that. But yeah, basically the right now where the run stands, it's I currently hold the world record for 3250. One Cool Man is right behind it. But one Cool Man, which I did not mention earlier, but he is the current world record holder of this game for the any percent. Whereas this is the New Game Plus Stealth No Kill, which basically one allows kills and reflex and this one does not. But again, shoutouts to ESA for hosting this event, and then time's gonna come up in 3, 2, 1, time. Almost forgot to mention that, but you know, Kaz, I'm gonna miss having you around. Alright, so again, shoutouts to ESA and all the staff, tech guys, you know, everyone for putting it together. Shoutouts to you, the audience, for watching. And again, shoutouts to MGSR. If you're ever interested in learning more about speedrunning these kind of games, you can check us out at our Discord server, MGSR, as well as our website. Yes, it is over, Kaz, I know. But you could also check us out at MetalGearSpeedrunners.com. And in case you didn't see it, it's MetalGearSpeedrunners.com. Alright, I'm sorry, I had to get that out there. But anyways, thank you very much. And also, next up is going to be Plywood, who's also another esteemed member of the MGSR community. So definitely look forward to that. And it's a pleasure to be here, and thank you.